Welcome everybody back to the Dark Knight Router Games channel here on YouTube. Of course, today we're talking about WWE 2K24, and over the weekend we got to get some gameplay, some information about the different arenas in the game, the championship belts, the managers, some of the game modes, or should I say match types. But pretty interesting stuff we're going to talk about. We're going to kick it off with entrances. Entrances for wrestlers look pretty good this year. I will say that I'm glad Lita finally has her modern look. And don't have that generic Hall of Fame Tron. And that's something I want to talk about also. Like, why does Muhammad Ali have like a generic Hall of Fame Tron? I mean, they could have customized a little bit and gave him like a custom Tron, kind of like Billy Graham. Superstar Billy Graham actually has an actual custom Tron in the game. Like, they could have done something like that for Muhammad Ali and many of the other legends instead of giving them these generic Hall of Fame Trons. That's one thing. Like, that would be cool if they were to just add that kind of stuff to the game. You know, maybe they'll do it next year. I don't know. But really, I think they should do something like that when they're coming out with these games. Like, customize, like, make a custom Tron if possible for some of these wrestlers that you use these generic ones on. Like, I feel like you could do that, you know? But I'm not going to get really too into that. But I was just putting it out there. Like, that's an idea, like something you can do. But got to see some of the Trons. They looked pretty good. I do know, like, the Rocks with WrestleMania 39 looks kind of off. It just doesn't line up right, in my opinion. Especially the back Tron, if you're looking when you see the entrance, like, it doesn't show anything. And I feel like with some wrestlers, it just doesn't line up right. I feel like that's something they need to work on too with some of these like arenas and the stage setup. Like, when you do these Trons, like, it should line up correctly. I feel like it's sometimes like it's not lined up right. I think that's something they could work on in the future too, as well. Because, like, what was it? WrestleMania 38. When you would play, some of the Trons would just be cut off, like the names and stuff. It's because it's not lined up correctly. But I feel like that's something they could work on too. I can nitpick about some things because obviously I have a good eye on detail. And I can tell you when something doesn't look right. Definitely, because I pay attention to stuff. I pay attention to detail a lot. Okay, when you're making stuff like this, because it's like, it bothers you. And you're looking at it and it's like, well, this could be further up here. It doesn't look lined up correctly. Why is it cut like half of the, Tron, like, for this person's name is showing, but it's not all of it showing where it should be lined up correctly. That bothers me. See, I can nitpick about stuff like that because it's like so easy for me to notice, like, oh, something's off. But that's just me, I have an eye where I can notice, like, okay, something's not right. But it is what it is, even though the game plays well, that's all that matters in my opinion. But yeah, interesting stuff. Trons look pretty good. Entrances look amazing. We didn't get every superstar's entrance in there. Like Kurt Angle, I'm starting to wonder if he has a generic Hall of Fame Tron as well. I hope not. I hope they use his Trons from the most recent last time he appeared. So I feel like they should do that. Arenas. So the arenas that'll be playable, obviously, unfortunately, there is not going to be every single WrestleMania. I kind of figured that was going to happen. I was hoping they would, since they are celebrating 40 years. I was hoping they would put at least every single WrestleMania stage in the game so you can actually use them for content purposes. In my opinion, it would give content creators an opportunity to just make all kinds of different things using every single WrestleMania from beginning to now. But it's only so many of them. And hopefully with Creation Suite, maybe they'll give us the parts to actually make all these WrestleManias. I'm not for sure. But, or maybe they can add them as free content and updates. That's something they could do too. But we know we're getting that kind of stuff, though. We do know we're getting some free content drops. But obviously, it's probably not going to be something like every WrestleMania or anything like that. But we did see a lot of NXT arenas for a lot of their pay-per-views and everything. They did put a lot of those in there, which is kind of surprising. Of course, all the pay-per-views for the regular WWE shows, they did put some generic, like the Japan, like little gym and arenas and stuff like that. Obviously, the stuff we had to unlock in MyRaz last year, a lot of those are going to be in there, especially the live, because if I remember correctly, we weren't even able to put live stage in the universe mode. If you wanted a live, you had to try to create it yourself and then put it in the game, like put it over there as a custom arena. But I'm actually glad they actually added it in there as for the, not as an unlock, so we could possibly maybe put it in universe mode this year, because that'd be great for universe mode, because I would love to be able to do some like house show stuff in the game too for universe mode this year, so for content. But yeah, pretty interesting. There is a couple MyRise. There's like a MyRise WrestleMania and a MyRise SummerSlam that I've seen. And then there was the two like to be dated arena they were showing, but it already had like a design on it and stuff. Like, it was obviously blacked out. You couldn't see really what it was exactly, but it was to be dated. I'm venturing to say that's the WrestleMania 40. Not for sure completely, but something to look forward to, I guess. We're going to find out what that arena is going to look like, that stage setup. Definitely looking forward to that. But with the arenas, it kind of sucks we're not getting every single WrestleMania. I'm just hoping maybe since we're not getting every single WrestleMania, that they will at least give us the creation parts for the arenas to create those WrestleMania arenas in Create an Arena, just to give us those parts for that. That'd be cool. Of course, we got I think I saw one casket match, and then a gauntlet, and then of course special guest referee. Which special guest referee, I was hoping they would have done this. For when you choose your special guest referee, the person you want to play as for the special guest, like, I was hoping they would like have on the loading screen them in a ref uniform. They don't. What they do instead, though, is like the backdrop, like when it it's behind the wrestler you choose to be the special guest referee. Of course, it has the black and white stripes for the ref uniform in the backdrop. Which, I mean, it's okay. I thought it would have been cooler for presentation purposes when you have that loading screen to have each wrestler have the, when they're being the special guest ref, to have the ref uniform on. But maybe that's something they can do next year as well. But yeah, not a whole lot, to cover. I do have to say this: The Rock does not have his updated tattoo unless they're going to add it in an update for launch. But other than that, not too much else to cover. I know this whole week we're going to be getting some content. We're supposed to be getting showcase mode. I think we're supposed to get my GM and creation one day, and then the My Rise and probably my faction another day, and then universe mode is the last one. So it's gonna be a good week. We've got a lot of content to cover this week. I probably won't be doing another WWE 2K24 video until Friday. I'm gonna probably wait till Friday and post and talk about everything we've seen throughout the week. But yeah, next week, live stream all week long. We're going to be doing dropping content for WWE 2K24 throughout the whole entire week. I think we're going to do 3 live streams, night 1, and then I think we'll do one Wednesday night and then Friday night. So, and I think Friday night I'm going to cover showcase mode, because I want to wait till launch day to see if it'll not hit me with a copy strike or get blocked or anything like that for posting it. I'm hoping also in the settings when they have the copyright protection mode where you can turn that on for streaming. I hope that takes off any of the footage from Showcase, because I think that's really what got me blocked and stuff last year. It wasn't the music, audio, or anything like that. It was just the, footage. So hopefully you're able to turn that off too. So therefore you don't get any copyright strikes. That is the one thing that I got hit hard with last year when I tried to do a showcase. When I was doing live stream, I tried to go straight into showcase. I was going to do that, and then come to find out I got hit with that and blocked and all that stuff. So I was like, I'm hoping they fix that, because that would be great. I don't want to get hit with another copyright strike for that. Because I went through, did a live stream, didn't even pay attention. I didn't even pick up my phone to look on YouTube to see that it was not even running. I filmed the whole entire showcase, got on my phone, went to check YouTube last year, and seen that it got taken off. And I was like, you're kidding me. And it was right in the middle of filming, live streaming, that it shut it off. And I was like, I put all that work in there to do that live stream, and it literally cut me off halfway through because of the footage. I do believe that's what it was, because I had the music obviously turned off and all that stuff. So, and I had the copyright streamer protection thing on, so I wouldn't get hit with a copyright strike. But obviously I still did, and that's the problem with that feature. Even though you do that, even though they throw some games will throw a different generic music on, you'll still get hit with it. And it to me, it makes no sense. I think they've gotten better with some of the games now. But some games you still get hit with a copyright strike, even though it's not, copyrighted music or anything, So it's interesting. But like I said, I hope this year goes well and I can do a full live stream of showcase mode this year without any problems. but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, next week, all week long, 2K24 content dropping. We're going to cover it all. First night we'll go through and show off the different match types there are, different modes, show off what all is in the game, settings, everything, and then play a couple matches. And then I think Wednesday night we will dive into some My Rise, and then Friday will be showcase. So Friday night will be the showcase live stream that'll go on for I don't know how long. It'll be after I get off work. So my live streams are going to take place after I get off work, because I work evenings. So once I get done with work, then I'll definitely be on. We'll definitely be diving in. I think the first night we won't do a very long video on launch night. I think I'm going to try to cut it short, because I do have to get up the next day and go to work. So I want to try to balance how long I stay on, so I can get some sleep for the next day. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of stuff we're going to be covering next week for WWE 2K24 and throughout the year. Obviously, when they do DLC drops, we'll cover the DLC content each time, with all that. But yeah, we're gonna do some stuff for WWE 2K24 this year. So keep a lookout for all that content that I'm planning on dropping for that. And if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to smash the like button as well. It helps out tremendously for the channel. And I'll see you all in the next one when we cover some more WWE 2K24 content this week. And I'll see you all next week for my live stream. Definitely stay tuned for that. And for any other content here on the channel, don't forget to tune in. So I'll see you all next time. Take care.